17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels, who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just a 1 series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is Everest.
Very nice. Welcome to the Sports Bar Weekender with me, Ben Fletcher, the 37th and final person the junior middle management came to solve their rota emergency this evening. Alongside me tonight, the former West Ham number 9, Carlton Cole. Carlton, very good evening to you.
Good evening, Ben. How are you doing, pal?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
We will obviously be talking Newcastle, Alexander Isak, Liverpool, Saudi Arabia. It really has become the saga of the summer, hasn't it? I'd like to see him stay and build a legacy at a club that's gone lift-off in the last 12 months or so. But I'm a hopeless romantic when it comes to football. How do you turn down that chance if it comes? And if you were 75% sure that Liverpool will defend their title this season already and maybe have 1 or 2 more trophies to their cabinet at Anfield, would Isak's signature send your belief into the 90s? 03717 223344. Loads going on. We'll look ahead to the Euros final on Sunday, the Lions tomorrow morning. We want your favourite number 9s on the text, by the way, 81089, or WhatsApp us for free, 03717 223344. All the usual fun and games on a Friday night to kick your weekend off. A sprinkling of hyper-local references like this one. How long Sandcross Lane going to be closed for? And Jack Hoban will be back with his world-famous quiz a bit later this morning. But now it's all about you and your opinions. Please do give us a call, 03717 223344, to air your views to the nation on the Sports Bar Weekender right here on talkSPORT. I'm thrilled to have former West Ham number 9 Carlton Cole alongside me. Carlton, how are you? Good week?
Yeah, very, very good week. I think I've been here quite a lot lately.
Yeah.
I was here last night, I think. Was here last night? Yeah, I was. And I think I was here Monday as well. So, yeah, I'm putting in the shifts at the moment.
Yeah, you and me both. I was reading the sports news this afternoon.
Oh, was you?
Little Ian Morris came up to me.
It's just that time.
Do you wanna... So, obviously, delighted to be here. And
do you know what's made me happy?
Go on.
Your shirt.
Oh,
every time I see Fletch at the talkSPORT studios, he's got a Randy shirt on, and I just feel happy when I see you.
Thank you.
It just
I try and bring a bit of sunshine.
Exuberate, yeah, sunshine. That's what you are.
Either that, I'm a career attention seeker, obviously, but I do like to bring a little bit of brightness. For the benefit of those watching on YouTube, or if you're not watching,
it's
on YouTube,
a lovely shirt. Was it beers?
It's they're beers. I actually got it in a brewery, believe it or not.
Oh, is it?
It came from a brewery called Estrella de Levante in Murcia, which is in the southeast of Spain. There goes the iPad. All right on cue. And this came from a brewery, so they're bottles of beer and there's a little lemon. As well.
What's the lemon about? Yeah. So is that the lemon with a Corona?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Other
beer brands are available, but I like this one.
Get me one.
I'll see what I can do. If it's Estrella de Levante, if you're listening, Carlton Cole would like one of your shirts. Carlton, only one story really to start with, and it's just the Alexander Isak saga. It just goes on and on and on. We thought Ekitike at first, I thought, was a bit of a ruse to try and draw Isak, but it now looks like conceivably Liverpool could sign both players. I mean, if they manage to do that, we'll come on to how much it would weaken Newcastle in a moment. But first of all, Liverpool, what that would do to their title chances. I think they'll defend their title anyway. But they'd be the new City, wouldn't they? The Galacticos, if they can have those two up top.
It's almost like that, the Galacticos, isn't it? They've got Liverpool have just done some proper business in this window. Obviously, was looking at it. I was looking at it last night, to be honest, and I was thinking, is the PSR going to come into play?
Yeah.
But when you look back, the last couple of years, they've not really spent a lot of money. I think last year they brought in Chiesa, and then on top of that, they've got teams that want to buy their players as well. So that makes so if they could get Diego, and we already know what happened with Diogo Jota.
Yeah,
and that's so unfortunate. Obviously, we know there's just no room for that in this life, man. No. Like it's cruel. But then they have other players as well, like strikers. Got Darwin Núñez there too, and just when I look at Luis Diaz as well, is another one that I look at and I think they can get money in for them, and then that will create more revenue for them to bring somebody else in. Ekitike is a top class player. I think he's going to be really good. He's one of those players that come to feet, so I wouldn't see him as a natural number 9. I'd see him more as a player that will connect with the likes of Wirtz. We haven't even talked about him yet, Wirtz, and then obviously and then so they've just got so much going on, and then both fullback positions as well, really good. They've Kirkes on one side, and then you've got the other boy. I always forget his name. Right back, right? You know, the right back.
Johnson,
yeah. So they've got so many players. I'm forgetting names now. So, but they've done business. They've done a lot of business.
And in amongst all this, we're not talking about Manchester City. No. It was always City that would strengthen. It was City that would bring in players.
Manchester City's going to have to play catch up now. They're going to have to play catch up, and we still don't know what's going on with them. With their PSR problems,
absolutely not.
We don't even know, and that's a big question mark. But at the same time, now when I'm looking at Liverpool, I just really feel that they're in the right place. They've timed their run in behind and perfectly. They didn't have to spend that much money last season, and now they can spend, I think, up to 500 million they're allowed to spend. So I think they've done 235 million so far.
What's next?
What's next?
Well, and they can afford him. If Newcastle do turn around and say we want 150 million, Liverpool can well within their right say, okay. Because ultimately that is going to be the difference between them not even just defending the Premier League title, going on and building a dynasty. And there's been a lot of talk as well, and Liverpool fans won't thank me for the comparisons to Manchester United, but I was having this conversation with Perry Groves on the Sunday session the weekend just gone. It does feel to me like the kind of beginnings of the Alex Ferguson era, in the way that Manchester United would win a title, strengthen. And you forget that Jurgen Klopp was manager sometimes, and all the good that he did. And I remember when he left the club, people were saying, how on earth is Arne Slot going to carry this legacy on? Huge shoes to fill. How on earth is he going to get on? He went and won the league first season. So he's taken the rock and roll football and he's added to it.
And the thing about it, they're not his players.
Yeah.
So it was a format that was already there, and he's not come in and said, listen, we need to just clean the slate. I want my identity on this team. No, he's used it, and now he's just adding to it. It's a big call. What happened with Trent? You don't. It's like, how do you replace that?
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can't replace him because he was a top type of player that he was like a midfielder. But it was a right back. It was a lovely role that he had in the team, and you can't replace that. But you can add to what you've missed.
Of course.
So if you're going to add Isak to that team now, that's just taking them to the next level. When you look at the other players that's been added to it, and the players that you've got Szoboszlai that's still there as well. He's still got room to grow. So he's just the team's just getting stronger and stronger. I can't see anyone living with him. I think it's theirs to lose.
It is very much.
Yeah.
No one's mentioned Arsenal because they're miles off the base.
No, Arsenal are there. Arsenal are there.
They're there until they're not there, and for me, it's always a question of.
Well, we've just been disappointed quite a lot with Arsenal. They've not won anything. And that's the main thing that everyone will go. So no one's taken. I take them very seriously, obviously, because they're pushing. They'll push for it. But when you're talking about a title, are they going to be flattered to deceive again?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
That's the problem, and they've strengthened, and I think they're strengthening well. But can they keep up with the likes of Liverpool? I think it's there for Liverpool to lose, but I think Arsenal will come in again and they will apply pressure. But for how long, I don't know.
03717 223344. You can give us a call, a WhatsApp, or send us a WhatsApp voice note if you're feeling particularly brave. 81089 on the text. It's an interesting one, Arsenal, isn't it? We always get told we've got an anti-Arsenal agenda on talkSPORT, and that's been going back for a number of years. No, but they've not won a title. Manchester United have won a Premier League title since they have.
Wow.
And a couple as well, by the way, since the Wenger years. So a lot of talk about Mikel Arteta and his future. Does he need to win a trophy? I don't think they're going to win the Premier League for what it's worth, but would an FA Cup cut it? Are they happy with being the bridesmaids?
Any kind of silverware will do for Arsenal, I think. I think they just need to galvanise the spirit of winning in that squad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Something's got to give. Like, you have to win something. For me, they're building every year. They're getting better, but last year was a bit of a lull. I think they stayed stagnant. Now they need to push again, and I think Zubimendi's come in. I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad.
Yeah.
They've Madueke is done now. You've got Gyökeres just come in as well. Gyökeres just come in, and now when it's funny because when I heard a section of the crowd, not the crowd, section of the fans on Twitter, they're loud, you know how it is on Twitter.
Absolutely.
And I saw about the complaints about Madueke and say, why are we getting him in? And but
signing polls, grow up.
But it wasn't that. For me, it was just how it looks. The optics. I was speaking to someone else, they gave me that he's an Arsenal fan. He says it was just the optics. It's because he came in first. Now, because Gyökeres come in now, it looks a little bit better now. It's like, okay, it's just the order of signings.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal know what they're doing and know what they need, and they're just bolstering up their squad. And I do see something good coming on the horizon for them, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's something, because Arteta does deserve something.
He does. He's been an absolute breath of fresh air. You think about who was in before him and the way the Wenger era ended, and Emery now doing great things at Villa, but that all went a little bit sour. So this will surprise you if you think that we have an agenda against Arsenal. Yes, it would be good for them to win something at some point. I don't think it will be the Premier League. I think it could be one of the European Cups. We shall see.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Tottenham can win the Europa League, then why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not have a relegation campaign and win a European trophy? Carlton, thank you very much indeed for the time being. Former West Ham number 9 Carlton Cole. We've got the World Matchplay darts up in Blackpool. Mark Wilson can give us an update. Mark, good evening.
Good evening, guys. What a night of darts we have had here. We've just seen the world champion Luke Littler push to the absolute limit as he beat Andrew Gilding 16 legs to 14. Littler led 14-9. It looked like he was cruising to victory, but Gilding 5 legs out of the next 6, including 2 finishes on the ball and a 160 and a 127. He got back within 1 at 15-14, but the world champion showed his class in 11 darter, 2 maximums to take it 16-14. He'll take on the winner of the game that's live now over on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Josh Rock taking on Gerwyn Price. They shared the opening 4 legs. Rock got a break just before the break to lead 6-4, but Price has come out and reeled off the next 3 legs, including an impressive 170 finish on the bull. It's a brilliant night. It's live over on talkSPORT 2 right now. It's Rock 6, Price 7.
Thank you to Phil in Cobham, who sent us a text 81089. Should Fulham sign Raheem Sterling? A question I'm going to put to you, Carlton Cole. Should Fulham sign Raheem Sterling? I've heard worse ideas.
Well, for me. Like, for me, I always get something. He's an experienced pro now, but I always think he's young.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
But he's been around for ages. But he's still fairly young. Was he 30 now?
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah, what a signing that would be. You need that experience. I think, Fulham, why not?
It'd be the right sort of club and a little bit of a career renaissance for him, perhaps. Thank you, Phil, for texting us 81089. 50p plus normal sending charges apply. The phone lines are now open for you. Isak's club come September the 1st. What do you reckon it will be? And also your favourite number 9. In honour of you, Carlton, who's your favourite number 9? I think I'd have to go parochial and Ali McCoist. As the son of a Scotsman, I used to try and recreate that goal against Switzerland in Euro 96 in Woking Park, smash it against the tennis court fences. So I think I'd have to go Ali McCoist, my colleague on breakfast. Other suggestions include George Weir, Gary Lineker,
George Weir,
George Weir, fantastic. Batigol, Alan Shearer,
Alan Shearer, Andy Cole for me. I went to the cricket the other day. And we were sharing the same box. With Andy Cole, my namesake. And do you know, as a youth player, when you're looking at the first teams and you see who's doing it, and you see a player that's got the same name as you, and like from the same kind of background as you as well, and he's kicking it for Man United, and you're thinking, what a man. I want to be like that. Anything near that, I'm happy with. And he was. What a person he is as well. What a person he is.
Going, what a career he had as well, by the way, Andy Cole. And yourself as well, Carlton.
Don't forget about me. I'm not
listen, give us a call right now, 03717223344. Drop us a WhatsApp on the same number. We'll be hearing from you next on the Sports Bar Weekender here on talkSPORT. very nearly said a very good morning there. I'm so used to doing overnight.
It sounded that's the type of music, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's like waking up sort of music.
Do you know what? It does happen like when you feel like you're in a dungeon sometimes.
Yeah. And by the way, you probably heard a lot of talk about the studio that we're in.
It's a makeshift.
I would say I've been in coffins bigger than this, but that would imply I spend a lot of my time in coffins, which I don't. But you know what I mean.
You don't know what time of day it is when you're here.
Exactly. You walk outside. I've been the closest I've been to Vegas in that regard.
Oh yeah.
Just without all the fun.
Yeah. It's true.
Thank you very much indeed to Matt in Darlow, who's been in touch. Signing of the summer is Aidan Rutledge to Darlington under Steve Watson. I fancy a playoff push this year. Darlington, one of the great former Football League clubs, played at Feetham's, and then they moved to a 25,000 seater arena. I went to it. I've got family up that way in the northeast, and I think they played Lincoln City in what was then Division 3, goalless draw. There were about 1,200 people in a 25,000 seat stadium.
Wow.
They've now moved somewhere else. I think they're at, this is completely off the top of my head, Blackwell Meadows. Sorry, Darlow fans, if I've got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where they are. National League North now, so two below League 2. I'd love to see them come back, and for purely selfish reasons, I'd love to see Woking versus Darlington, or Darlow Woking, so I can go and get up to my uncle's pub. Darlington, maybe get 10% off. But he's a bit tight-fisted.
Is he
so
tight?
maybe
Is he
not.
tight, yeah?
Well, we'll
let me give you a beer.
Yeah, well, but no, I'd hope so. You know, if I give him some publicity. Yeah, you'd hope so. The Checkers in Dalton-on-Tees. Go and speak to Rich.
Come on, Uncle.
Yeah, 10% off if you use the discount code Fletcher10. 03717 223344 if you want to get in touch. We'll be heading to the lines very, very shortly indeed. But as I say, Isak, I just like the idea of people getting in on the ground floor and players getting in on the ground floor and finishing the story. It frustrates me so much. Of course I understand it. How do you resist a club like Liverpool if they're coming for you there and then, here and now? You know, they might not come again. Isak might get injured. He might have a terrible season. Things might go a little bit sour. But equally, Newcastle aren't mugs. You know, they're an established top four side for my money. They've just won the trophy. We talk about dynasties in Manchester City, and Mark Hughes was Manchester City manager when all their big money came in. He's now Carlisle manager, and he's going to be coming to my club, Woking, on August the 9th. There you go. What time is that? 10:20, first mention of the mighty Woking.
Mighty Woking.
But Chelsea's legacy started with a Carabao Cup win, or as it probably was then Carling or Capital One, whoever the sponsor was. And you think they've got to start somewhere, and it does feel like Newcastle are heading due north. And as Isak, you could go to a club like Liverpool and walk straight into a Premier League winning team, maybe even European Cup, Champions League winning team. But equally, would you not want to do a Shearer and be a local hero and drag Newcastle up with you and win even more potentially? And even if you don't win as much as you would at a club like Liverpool, I heard somebody earlier on, I think they're on the wind-up, suggesting that Isak could go to Manchester United because of the allure of the badge. I don't think so. But would you not want to... I'm an old romantic, and that's how I view football. But if it was you, Carlton, stay at Newcastle, get in on the ground floor, as I've suggested, or join a Liverpool team that look like they're going galactic. It seems pretty straightforward. But is there any part of you that would be a little bit romantic and a little bit sentimental and stay put? What would need to happen for you to make that decision?
I'd have to be born there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to have some Toon blood in me.
Yeah.
For that to happen. Otherwise, it's just business.
Yeah.
And that's the way football is. It's just business. He wants to go get more money and have more chance of winning more silverware. And that's no dig at Newcastle. As we said, Newcastle's first silverware for 70 years. So and they done it in the right. I think they done it in the right way. They beat Liverpool in the final,
that's the thing,
and they deserved it. You know, and it was great to see. It's great for football. It's great for any football fan watching that, saying, okay, Liverpool are a massive club. We all know that they won the league and whatever. But a team like Newcastle, that we know the fans would appreciate silverware, and it's nice to have that. So Isak was a big part of that, getting to the final, whatever. But at the same time, he probably wants more of that now, and it's more of a certain, not a cert, but it's more of a chance of him doing that and having that feeling again, going to a club like Liverpool that are used to winning things.
Yeah, and you couldn't begrudge him the move. I don't imagine it's a situation. Women football fans would never cease to surprise or amaze.
You just got to respect the club.
You.
Respect the club. If you're going to leave, just do it. Try and do it in the right way.
They're going to get some decent coin for him, by the way. Newcastle won't let him go for 30 million. It's going to be, we're talking 150 odd million.
Yeah.
So that's a decent bit of wage.
What's he got, 3 years left on his contract?
About that, yeah.
He's got about 3 years left on his contract. So if you was going to, like, and any other club will probably wait a year to renew. But I think the new regime behind the scenes, he wanted a new contract because he knew that he's in the form of his life. Yeah. He wanted it right there and right now. But they've kind of stalled it on the negotiations and not given him parity of what he expects. Yeah. So now you're going to you leave the door open for other teams to come in and say, oh, he might not be happy now. Let's try and put something on the table. And I think it is only probably Liverpool or probably Saudi that's going to be able to afford him. So let's see what happens. I'm quite intrigued, and hopefully he makes the decision that's right for him and his family first and foremost. He's got to be happy to play football. And I know Newcastle fans saying, well, we're paying his wages, he belongs to us, but at the same time the player has to be happy, and once the player is not happy, then you're not going to get the same player for next season. So let's just see what happens. And I'm not trying to push him out the door. I look at it from a player perspective, and I'd see the business part of it. It's just not personal, it's business.
I think it has to be, and these opportunities come so rarely, and you don't want to be on the wrong end of what I call a sliding doors moment and say, what if you're Alexander?
See me, I don't like change, so I'll probably stay. I don't really like...
Who can be bothered to move house?
You know what I mean? I'm quite happy here. I don't really. But if you're putting a wad of cash in my face, it might change my mind.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But I never had that. I didn't have what Isak's going through, so I can't actually relate. But I'm just looking from the perspective of where I kind of know.
Sure.
And it would be hard to turn down a club if they're serious coming in for you like Liverpool.
Newcastle would prefer to sell to Saudi Arabia, but we're led to believe that isn't really on Isak's agenda. He has said, he's looking at options elsewhere, and elsewhere, by all accounts, does look like it's Anfield. Thank you, Carlton. 03717223344. Let's speak to Chris, the Spurs fan, who's spoken to us on that very number. Chris, a very good evening to you.
Oh, yes, good evening, Ben. Good evening, my man Carlton Cole over there.
How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad, fella. Massive shout at Southend United, hopefully we'll try and get promoted next season.
Not at my club's expense, Chris. not the mighty Woking.
It's a great club, Southend, by the way. It's a lovely club.
Who do you support then, Ben?
Woking.
Oh wow! Just a laugh. Just a laugh.
He obviously, do you know what? Chris,
wait a minute.
Chris obviously remembers the 1997 FA Cup first round tie at our place under Alvin Martin when you came to us, and we'd had a cup run the year before and thought we were Bertie Big, you know what, and you beat us 2-0, 2 late goals. Are you old enough to remember that, Chris?
No.
There you go. That's why she's mugged me off now. Chris, we're here to talk Tottenham.
Selective memory, I reckon it is.
Well, they beat us. Tottenham need more signings in this window. How many times have we said that before, Chris?
Oh, too many, mate. I mean, the last signing, right, I remember really getting excited about was when we signed Rafa van der Vaart, and that was under Harry Redknapp, right? I mean, I didn't mind a similar Dutch sign, Mickey van der Ven. He was quite good, but we've signed Kudos, right? And he's a shrewd sign, but it's still not getting my blood going, right? I want a marquee signing. I want something that I can get excited about, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
What position?
Winning the Europa League is quite exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting, yeah, but it's let's follow it up. Let's be followed up with another signing, right?
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. I mean, the thing is, what can't we go after Gerald Bowen or
easy. Listen, mate. What are you trying to loot? You trying to loot West Ham? Give it a rest. Listen, what's going on with Morgan Gibbs-White? Morgan Gibbs-White. I heard that was on the cards, no?
Listen, he's a good sign, Morgan Gibbs-White, but it still don't get quite.
No.
You wouldn't have Morgan Gibbs-White.
I'd take Mateta at Palace. That's who I'd take.
Oh, but you've got a big striker. You've got a big number 9.
Well, Richarlison. No, he ain't a big number 9.
Not Richarlison. No, not Richarlison.
On the subject of the best number 9 of all time, right?
Go on.
Best number 9 of all time has got to be, hands down, Gabriel Batistuta, who played for Fiorentina. He was absolute mustard in front of goal.
He was very good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a
very good player.
Top player.
So, Chris, what are your predictions for Tottenham this season? I mean, surely you're going to recruit. You've basically bought a winning lottery ticket and somehow found your way into the Champions League, not taking away what was a brilliant campaign under your former manager, by the way, in the Europa League. But you would expect, I know Daniel Levy's got a reputation for being, shall we say, conservative with a small c with his cash, but surely recruitment's on the way, and as you say, something to get you excited. We're not going to go through this again for another season, are we?
Well, you never know. He might do, yeah. I mean, the thing is, see, look, they recruited Thomas Frank, who's got good Premier League experience. I think, look, I can certainly understand the case for keeping Ange Postecoglou, bearing in mind he won us a trophy, but at the same token, our league form was abysmal, and so he had to go based on that. I mean, look, the bottom line is, look, why did we get Kevin De Bruyne on a free? I would have snapped that up straight away. Or what about Jamie Vardy? He'd be good as a sub. He'd go around.
Yeah, but you got Dom Solanke. So you got Dom Solanke, you got Richarlison already.
But it's still not an exciting sign, though. Who do you rather have, Isak or Dom Solanke? You pick Isak.
Oh, yeah, but
you're in a different league, different school at the moment.
We are, sadly, yeah.
Yeah, but you listen. You're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So that's a great pool.
Not bad for a side that we're nearly relegated.
You know
by the
what
way.
I mean? So,
Chris, the Spurs fan, thank you for giving us a call. 03717223344. Appreciate you joining us on the Sports Bar Weekender tonight. I'm not having Southend, by the way. My little club Woking. Our manager Neil Ardley came out this week and said he wants to win the National League.
I went there to Southend to I was gonna go. When I came back from Indonesia.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to to Southend. I was about to sign, but I think it was Phil Brown, the manager at the time. And
I played under him in the first talkSPORT trophy. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, the winning side. He was the assistant manager.
Man, you know.
He gave us the team talk at Millwall's training ground.
He's a right fella, man. So I was gonna go there, but then I was just like, do you know what? Let me knock it on the head. I'm gonna retire now.
Fair enough.
I didn't want to.
It's a punishing league, the National League.
Yeah,
as Andy Carroll's about to find out that at Dagenham and Redbridge, the division below. Yeah. Carlton Cole, thank you very much indeed for the time being. You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Visit talksportbet.com today for the very latest sign-up offers. 18+, gambleaware.org. Keep your calls coming in for now. 03717 223344. Thanks to Matt and Darlow. It is indeed Blackwell Meadows for Darlow. Ben, great knowledge of non-league. Up the Quakers. That is something that I agree with. Down the Poolies, he says. Oh, Jeff Stelling won't be very happy with you. Daniel Sutherland's been in touch. Good evening, Daniel. Toon fan here. Love the show, guys. At the end of the day, he's one player, assuming it means Isak. We've got many more class players. We're going to get more than double the money for what we paid for him. That's a very good point. And as I've said, if Isak does go, Newcastle will be a few pounds heavier from the sterling point of view anyway. 03717 223344. Good evening. It's the Sports Bar Weekend here on talkSPORT. There's never really a good point to talk over an Oasis song, is there? How can I crash that vocal to use a music term, if I may?
Have you been to the concert yet?
I haven't. I strongly considered it, but I just sort of looked at the odds and thought, you know, I applied to get into Bournemouth Uni many years ago. There were 44 places.
So this is
44 places and 10,000 applicants.
So you've got a bit of trauma here. There's a bit of trauma.
Yeah,
you don't like rejection.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You get that big R, and I thought to join a queue. I'm going to see Jamiroquai later this year.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one. I'd love to see that.
But and of the same era of Jamiroquai, Oasis, and you did go and see them in Wales, if I'm not mistaken.
I went to Wales, I went to Cardiff, and I went to Manchester.
Did you twice?
Yeah.
Well, you must have queued for a long time.
No,
did you not?
Well, you know how it goes.
Like David Beckham waiting in the queue to see the Queen, or did someone come in for you?
Well, no, I weren't queuing. Right. I just got offered some lovely tickets. Because I do a podcast with Joe Cole and Wayne Bridge.
Very good podcast.
The Dressing Room podcast, and he's a listener of it, Liam. So he invited us down. And do you know what? Funnily enough, I think Noel invited Jamie O'Hara down, so he's going on Wednesday.
How about that?
Yeah.
I must have missed all
friends
those,
friends and family.
Yeah, well, if any of the Gallagher brothers are listening, or session musicians or security guards,
please.
At Ben A. Fletcher on Twitter, at Ben Fletcher on Instagram. If you want to
Listen, guys, I could co-sign for you. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's not going to disrupt the friends and family backstage.
I'll wear something colourful.
That's what. Yeah,
just put something cold in my hand that looks like that for the benefit of those of you who are looking on YouTube. But yeah, and I'll be very happy. But good gig, lived up to expectations.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You went twice.
And you know what? Because they're not doing it like every day.
Yeah,
it's like in spurts, so it's like every weekend.
Sure.
It's better because they've got so much energy, and it's like the standard is always the same. So I've gone, obviously, the first one they done, and then I've done the second one they done in Manchester.
Yeah.
Eaton Park, and then it was the same.
Sure.
Probably the second one even better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You expecting? Was it the same set? Did they vary it a little bit? Or?
They varied it. They varied it. So it was great journey. They take you on a journey, basically.
Yeah.
And listen, I've grown up with this music.
So yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we're a similar age. Yeah. My paper round was a lot more than yours. I think you're even older than me. Can you believe?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No chance.
Yeah.
No
chance. You're 41, aren't you?
41.
Oh, I'm 41 as well.
Oh my God, we're the same age.
Yeah. Mid Hope Road was very steep. There were a lot of cobbles. I get it all the time. No, I'm not using the Just for Men.
But at least you've got hair.
Well, that's true.
I haven't got hair. I'm struggling for my follicles.
You're a handsome man. I have a lot of people.
You're a handsome man as well.
Well, stop it. We can do this all night. One thing I'm always intrigued by when you go to like gigs like Oasis or any artist. There was a lot of talk about like Rod Stewart at Glasgow.
I was there.
Oh, really? For that as well? You've got some connections, haven't you?
I was there too.
Yeah, you're like ticket heads, you.
Hey, they call me the hospitality man.
I do that. Well, that's very true because the last time I saw you before tonight, we were at Cheltenham, if you remember.
Yeah.
I was walking around the road.
I remember, yeah.
And you were looking dapper that day as well. But the question I have about Oasis is, were there any songs they didn't do? Because there's always a song that they do the hits, but there's always an album track.
No,
that you think,
it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes they was on.
All bangers.
Just banger after banger. And before that, the warm up was warm up.
Yeah,
it's not a warm up. Richard Ashcroft. Oh my days. Oh, the last song at the end.
Spoiler alert: Bittersweet Symphony.
Bittersweet Symphony. When that was on, I've got footage. When that was on, I was rocking, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't help myself. I was just dancing, and everyone can see me, and doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was dancing like the room was empty.
Did you have your phone in your hand?
No.
Right, good.
No, someone else was filming me.
Well,
I'm not from that school.
No, I don't understand that. I really don't get that. So
just be in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Like live the moment. And it annoys me so much. A very, very different artist to Oasis. I went to see Sophie Ellis-Bextor at the Royal Albert Hall back in June. Yeah, big fan. It was a birthday present from my wife. Yeah. But the number of people who were stood there, that wasn't a disclaimer, by the way. That was literally what happened. I'd have gone anyway, in case the Ellis-Bextor family are listening. Big fan. I went to see her in Basingstoke in 2002. So yeah, I'm a hashtag hardcore. But there were the people that stand there with their phones like that. Mate. It's like the same people at firework displays. Yeah. You're never going to watch it back. Just live at the moment, enjoy it. Yeah. There was somebody, there was I forget which.
It's a bit show because they want to show off, isn't it? Is it that?
Maybe look where I'm at. Something for the socials. Yeah, we all have our social media, but there was a great video doing the rounds in recent weeks from Glastonbury, and I think it was when the Prodigy were on, which again was a very, very good set. Yeah. And somebody was not only on their phone, they were shazamming. And it was
Shazam!
They were on Shazam, and it was
How dare you?
It was something like Firestarter or Breathe. Somebody might be able to help me. 03717223334. Maybe you saw the video, but how can you be at a gig as big as Glastonbury, listening to a band as big as the Prodigy? I'm sure it was the Prodigy. Like Shazamming it, and you think, what?
I missed the Prodigy.
Yeah,
I missed it. Because I had to get home. Like, I got the bat signal from the missus, innit? So I had to get, so it's time to come home. I was like, really? That's it. All right, cool. So she called me back, and I had to get back home.
It was a really, really good set, and they did a really touching tribute to Keith Flint as well. Obviously, we lost in the last couple of years. Yeah, it was really, really, brought a lump to my throat actually watching it. No. It was really, really good. But I love the idea of going to Oasis. All the elements work, the kind of the liquid refreshment beforehand, all the tunes. But I think when it came down to it, I just looked at the cost and everything else, and I was one of those people that made the decision. But if you went, maybe you're on your way back. Would they have kicked out of Wembley by now? 22:11. They must have been. If you've been to Oasis, give us a call. 03717223344. You're getting straight on, by the way.
It's a great time. Great time. I had a great time, Ben. Like, you got to understand. Like, obviously, I'll say I'm from that era, but it's like. It's all connected to football as well.
Yeah, of course it is.
There's times when there's certain tunes playing, and I'm like, I can remember a football moment
Yeah,
it was either
so much of it is that.
It was on Match of the Day, or something, you know what I mean? Like, they've always been around Oasis, so yeah, it was lovely to be there to appreciate them.
So much of it is about football, and you're right. Don't cry for me, Argentina. That's a very different song entirely. No. Stop crying your heart out.
Yeah.
That's one of the clips of the week. But Champagne Supernova.
Oh gosh.
My club Woking, second mention, 10:39. When we won the 1997 FA Trophy against Dagenham and Redbridge, it was a 1-0 win. Darren Hay in extra time. Brilliant day out. Old Wembley in the sunshine, face painted, flags. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And what capped it was once all the players, led by Clive Walker and our captain Kevin Brown, had all slid along the turf and celebrated it and everything else. Yeah. On came Champagne Supernova. And I've just got this image in my head of a guy. It looked a bit like Richard Ashcroft, actually. I'm not suggesting that it was, but he had that look, that sort of 90s, slightly unwashed look about him. Yeah. Brilliant. And Champagne Supernova, whenever I hear it, always reminds me of that moment. It's there is a lot to be said for the emotional highs of football and music and where it takes you. They merge together. So I've got songs in my head of goals I scored, and it's like that I remember that goal because of that time there, and it was that song that exact moment connects it. Yeah. So listen, music's a powerful thing that it connects with football, and that's why you've got footballers always wanted to be musicians. Yeah, absolutely. And then musicians want to do sport. So it goes together. Well, that's why Soccer Aid works so well. Yeah, it does. You must have. You haven't been invited for that. They've never called you up, mate. They know about my bad knee. Oh, really? Is that why you've never played in the talkSPORT Trophy? I've got a bad knee. I've got. Listen, when I get my knee operation, because if you do see me out on the street and I'm wearing shorts, you'll see how bad my knee is. Like, I'm basically one knee straight, one leg straight, and the other one's like a D. It can't be any worse. So that's why I don't walk like I've got an attitude. I walk because I have to walk like that. I've got a little bowl. You know what I mean? So I'm like waddling. So whenever you see me and Wayne Bridge together and we're walking down the street, Joe Cole said to us, he was like, "You lot look like you're just bopping all the time. Like you got headphones on, like you're dancing." Like a backbeat behind you. It's weird. It's weird. Like a Wham video or something. Bridges got the same knee. Fair enough. Carlton, thank you very much indeed for the time being. Carlton Cole alongside me, Ben Fletcher, here on the Weekend Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. Let's head up now to Blackpool and catch up with Mark Wilson, who is watching the PDC World Matchplay for talkSPORT.
Yeah, another cracking quarter-final in prospect here. Josh Rotley's going, priced by 13 legs to 11. It is a race to 16 unless it goes 15 all, in which case you've got to win by 2 clear legs. They're all level at 8-8 before Rock reeled off a 5-leg run in the next 6 to open up a 13-9 lead. Price pulled one back before Rock missed 2 darts to go 14-10 up, but he's taken out the 25th leg. He needs 2 more for a place in the semi-finals against Luke Little. It's live right now on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT YouTube channel.
Thank you very much indeed for that. Jay, the Manchester United fan from Manchester, went to see Oasis in Hanover, Germany in 1997. Wow. Only 50 people were there. Amazing gig. Even 97. They'd released 3 albums by then, hadn't they? Definitely Maybe, What's the Story, and their 3rd album was Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. They probably sacked their promotion team after that, don't you think? Yeah, or be here now, exactly. Maybe it doesn't translate particularly well in Germany, who knows? Maybe, yeah. It was done at a Richard Ashcroft set. Oasis, that's from Rodders. Thank you very much indeed. I've had a lovely message from Kevin in Darlington. Yeah. Keep the Darlow chat going. Whenever you next visit Blackwell Meadows, a beer will be on me. That's from Kevin Rosetto. At least you know you're not going to be thirsty over there, eh? Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I hope I'm not thirsty if I go to my uncle's pub. The Checkers in Dalton-on-Tees, say the discount code Fletcher20 and you might get 20% off your beer. Maybe. Or drink of choice. 03717 223344 if you want to give us a call or a WhatsApp. You can text us 81089. That will be 50p plus normal sending charges as well. Rob, the Lincoln fan's been in touch. Rob Stainton. Rob, great to hear from you. He was at Darlington's huge new stadium with the Imps. Bizarre experience. 2 stands open, probably 20,000 empty seats. It was never going to last, was it? You're absolutely right. It was such a shame. Like Darlow. So what's actually happened to the stadium now? I think it is used by a rugby team that play up there. Okay. Darlington, and again, I'm testing my knowledge of certain sections of the North East. I think Darlington Mountain Park play there, and there's gigs and all that type of thing. It's a great stadium, but there's just no reason in the world for as it was then, locally Division 3 League 2 to decide to play there. It's a real shame. But Darlow hopefully on their way back, and as I say, I'm desperate for them to come to Kingfield or just sort of see them do well, because they've got a ready
tailor-made stadium there ready for them for the big league
when they're in the Premier League.
Ready. Yeah.
They go out of the Championship. Absolutely. Maybe some disillusioned Newcastle fans might find their way.
It'll help the PSR as well. It'll help the PSR.
Absolutely right. 03717 22 33 44. This is the Sports Bar Weekender with him, Carlton Cole, and me, Ben Fletcher. You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Visit talksportbet.com today for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18 plus gambleaware.org. Back to Blackpool and Mark Wilson. There's been one hell of an upset, Mark.
Yeah, well, Josh Rock has knocked out Gerwyn Price 16 legs to 11. The Northern Irishman who won the World Cup just a month or so ago. He's knocked out the informed player in Gerwyn Price and upset the odds to get a place in the semi-finals. He take on Luke Littler, and boy did he do it in style. He was 15-11 up and he took out 164 on the bull. Rocky is on stage now. He's in tears. He's into a first match play semi-final. Tomorrow night we'll see James Wade take on Johnny Clayton and Luke Littler take on Josh Rock. It'll all be live over on talkSPORT 2.
Thank you, Mark. 03717 223344 if you want to have a chat with us on this Friday evening. Me, Ben Fletcher, Carlton Cole, formerly of West Ham, next to me. We've chatted Arsenal. We'll come to Wayne in a moment, but first of all, let's talk a bit of Manchester United. Michael joins us on the line. Michael, good evening. How you doing?
No, not too bad. Good evening. Hi, Carlton.
Good evening, mate. How are you?
Well, let's see what happens on Sunday, shall we?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Who's your favourite number 9, Michael?
Oh, Carlton's not going to like this because it's not you, Carlton.
Oh, go on, come on.
Terry Sheringham.
Why am I not going to like that? He's a great player. I played with him. He's a great player.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, he's a great player. I didn't need you to say me. No, Teddy Sheringham's a top player. What a man. But he was would you say he's a number 9 or a 10?
He was a 10 share for England, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd say he's more of a 10.
9, though. I mean,
he did play there.
He was under, I mean, he did it for Tottenham. I mean, he did it for Tottenham, obviously. From one scale to the other, it's like, we haven't got no transfers in, have we, apart from 2. And we can't get rid of players, and that's our biggest issue because I was reading it today that the players they want out, if they can't get out or they can come back in, I'm thinking, well, straight away we're going to have a bad season.
It can't be any worse than last season. Nearly relegated, lost the Europa League final to one of your relegation rivals.
Yeah.
But, you know.
New manager, so it's different.
Yeah.
Like the style of football. Listen, he's going to consolidate getting top 10, definitely.
Manchester United.
Well,
but isn't it amazing we're talking about a club like Manchester United, you know, breaking back into the top 10? I mean, surely, Michael, it's not going to be as bad for you lot as it was last year.
I don't know. It depends on the players' attitudes, innit?
Well, you've got Bruno coming in. He's great attitude, great professional.
They're two good players, but then when you think if Sancho comes back into it, Anthony comes back in.
Well, they're training on their own, aren't they, them boys? I don't think they're coming in.
No, what's happening is if they can't get rid of them, Amorim said they can come back in.
Oh, is it?
I don't think you'd have put it that way.
Listen, if I can't get rid of you, listen, imagine turning up to work and your manager goes to you, listen, if I can't get rid of you, you're going to have to do a job.
But imagine Amorim saying that in a press conference. I mean, I know some wacky things have gone at Old Trafford
I don't
recently,
think that's what's happened.
I don't think it's as verbatim as that. I think, I know where you're coming from, Michael, but realistically, yeah, of course, they tout players out and in some cases they can't be sold. So obviously they're under contract, they have to perform. But why wouldn't you want to perform? I know I joked earlier on and said about the allure of the badge and Alexander Isak's never going to Manchester United when a club like Liverpool are on offer. You'll hate me for saying that. But it has fallen so far south. I think for those that find it funny, like your club rivals, those that have maybe been a little bit jealous for Manchester United, even they're begging for mercy.
It's just been going on for since Sir Alex Ferguson left. I mean, obviously, the problem you had when Fergie left, there was no proper handover. Managers were leaving, players were leaving, staff were leaving, and there was no handover. And the people who were very good at doing money side came into the football side who couldn't do a job. Ed Woodward, we overpaid on players. I mean, we had the Galacticos at one stage under Louis van Gaal.
Yeah,
we had like the top stars, and we were paying like sheep amount of money. Paul Pogba, 100 million near enough, and I was like. And then it just goes on and on and on. And we gave Ten Hag, in 2 transfer windows, £600 million. Now, I'm sorry, but if you had £600 million, shouldn't we be in the Premier League quite easily?
Yeah, you should be.
I mean,
there wasn't any plan. It was just gung-ho buying in the transfer market, and it wasn't. It was
desperation.
Yeah, it was desperation just to hold on to past glory, basically. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I look at Liverpool now, what they're doing exactly what Sir Alex Ferguson would have done.
That's what we said, That's the thing, rebuild.
And we're going to try and get to that level. We may never, it might take us as long as Liverpool, and even longer than Liverpool. It took them 30 years to win a trophy, to win the big one.
Yeah.
30 years. I mean, you wouldn't think that, I thought when Fergie left, I thought, I knew it'd be hard for a couple of seasons, maybe David Moyes being in charge, but I didn't think he would get to this stage.
No. Well, Jose Mourinho came pretty close, and it's a shame in some ways he was the right manager at the wrong time. Do you know how you could have done with him instead of the likes of Erik Ten Hag and others?
I just don't think you can compare the eras. I think back in the day, managers got a bit more time to work. Now, if you're not winning games if you ain't won a game in 10 games, your job's really on the line. Yeah. So, and before, there was an understanding that we're working towards something. Now it's just like if you're not getting the wins, your job's straight on the line. We're not gonna give you 20, 30 games so we can get relegated. Yeah, you need to go now.
Michael, how long do you think Amorim's got if things do go a little bit wobbly?
Maybe 10, 20 games, maybe till Christmas.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If they start
if things got as bad as we are now, I would say Christmas. But the problem you got, I said this to Carlton, you got to look at this as Windows transactions. You ain't going to get 10, 11 players in one window. No. So you're going to have to get 2, probably. You might get about, maybe it'd be nice to get 4 or 5, maybe, if they can get rid of them. Yeah. But it depends how you finish it. We win the cup. Now, if we got ourselves into a Europa League, we might have more chance of getting better players in. Yeah. But we need to aim for that. I mean,
think you've done well with getting the players you've got in already. I think Mbeumo, Konya, and that's the pull of that's the pull of Manchester United badge. That's what because Mbeumo said it himself. He says, I came here because as a child I used to love watching Manchester United, and that's the pull. So you still got that, you still got it, but it's just not attractive for certain players that have another option of playing Champions League, and that's what the ultimate pull is for any top player at the moment.
But then you look at like the shipping money we're paying out for like some of these players. I mean, I'm talking 350 grand a week for Casemiro. It's a ridiculous amount of money.
That's your sporting director. That's your director of football that's done that. So what can you do?
Michael, thank you for your call, the Man United fan. It could be a hell of a lot worse, Michael. At least you've won a Premier League. When was the last time? 2013. The last time Arsenal won a Premier League, 2004.
Yeah, but they've still been winning silverware. Ben, they've still been winning silverware.
They're still winning cups,
they've got more silverware. Well, Spurs, even Spurs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
How many finals have they got to as well, Manchester United? So they're churning it out.
It's progress. And Mourinho, we can come back to this a little bit later on, but I think he was the right manager at the wrong time. Yeah. Market Wayne, the Arsenal fan, joins us now. Good evening to you, Market Wayne. What's the story behind that name then?
Are you okay? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Do you work in the market?
You work in the market?
That's Cundy, that is.
Oh, is it?
I travel the country with a food market.
Oh, yeah. I spoke to you the other night. Yeah, I spoke to you the other night.
What sort of food, Wayne?
It's everything, mate. They've got exotic burgers, we've got salt and pepper chicken, we've got Chinese, Indian, we've got a box bar.
Yeah. Where were you the other night? Was you in Derby? Was it
Coventry?
Coventry, that's it.
We were back in my hometown, weren't we?
Yeah,
Tell me about the exotic burger. Is that just a slice of pineapple, or is there a bit more to it than that?
No, I'm actually here with the Burger Boys at the moment. So they do like kangaroo burgers, they do ostrich burgers.
Oh, that type of exotic. Really exotic. A burger. Have you ever? Would you try a kangaroo burger?
I did. I've had kangaroo burger.
You've had a kangaroo burger?
Well, supposedly at the well-known Australian brand Walkabout.
Oh,
I'm sure they used to use the kangaroo burgers back in the day. Whether or not it was actual kangaroo, and this is no slant on Walkabout one bit, but I did have my doubts for the price it was.
Really?
The big import cost it would have been.
What about ostrich? Have you had ostrich before?
Bit too gamey.
What does ostrich taste like? Is it like chicken?
Very gamey. Very gamey.
I'm not a fan of game. My father-in-law's a big fan of game. I'm sure he was cooking a pheasant, not a pheasant, what's the other, partridge or something like that.
Really?
And, a bit too much for me. I
don't know if I can do that.
Listen, game birds, we could talk about this all night, Market Wayne, but you want to talk about Arsenal, and I did say earlier on, and I stand by this, that it's starting to feel a little bit like always the bridesmaids, which is a bit of a leap from where they were. Under previous managers, you think about how bad it got under the latter days of Wenger, under Unai Emery. Mikel Arteta's got you back to the top table, but sooner or later, it's all very well being at the party. You got to pull this season.
Yeah, it seems like this is the year they're going for it with the substitutions, with the signings. Sorry, the substitutions.
Yeah.
So that's what I was ringing for, really. It's Zubimendi. I watched him for the first time against AC Milan. Didn't know much about him, but what a player.
Yeah.
What a player. He reminds me of Santi Cazorla. It felt like we had Santi back. It was brilliant.
What do you think of Madueke? Now you got Gyökeres. How do you look at the shape of Arsenal's team now? Are you optimistic?
I really am. I know Liverpool are pushing on, but to be honest, I know a lot of people said it, but without the injuries last year, we would have been a lot closer to them. So I do believe at the end of last season, the two squads were on par. So it's all about whose signings kick off from the start. And as I said, I'm loving the fact that everyone's getting their business done early this year.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
We're actually getting to see these players in pre-season. It's brilliant. But yeah, going back to your number nines.
Yeah. Go on, favourite number nines.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A different level, that man.
He was a top player.
The way he could manipulate the ball was unreal.
I was watching a social media post about him the other day, just all these moments.
Yeah.
And it was magician-like, wasn't it? It's just...
And for his country as well.
The way, as well, yeah. And the way he touched the ball, the way he caressed the ball. We're talking about first touches.
Yeah.
He had some of the best first touches I've ever seen.
He was one of the best.
Berbatov's up there as well with the touches and the placement of where he's so clever. That goal he scored, it was against Newcastle. It was
the classic.
The classic goal when he's just touched it. And I heard an interview with him saying, did you mean it? And he's like, yeah, but I knew how to do that because that's what it took to score.
Yeah.
And as simple as that.
And he was the sort of player.
And you believe it. Yeah, because you know that he meant it. Like, it's unbelievable. What a player he was.
Oh, he was a great player. Wayne, how far away are Arsenal then in terms of the title race? It's difficult to say. Liverpool, it looks for all intents and purposes like it's theirs. If they do get Isak, then I think we could be talking another City job and then winning title after title after title and maybe dominating on the continent. But as you say, how much of it is down to mentality? Because you see Mikel Arteta on the sideline. I've never been a big fan fan of. I like emotion, I like passion, but with Mikel Arteta sometimes I'm not entirely sure how in control of it he is, and I wonder how much that translates to the Arsenal dressing room.
Well, to me, you've got to look at where we were before him to where we are now.
That's true.
And even last season, although we still finished second, we got through to a quarter-final of Champions League. So it is progression from the previous season. Not a lot, I must admit, but it's progression. So as long as he keeps going forward and he doesn't drop back, then we've just got to let him do what he does.
Oh, mate, you're absolutely right. We'll see. Market Wayne, good luck with those exotic burgers. 03717 223344. Don't forget, it's a huge weekend of sport here on talkSPORT. You can hear live coverage of the British and Irish Lions' second test against the Aussies later tomorrow, I should say. I keep thinking it's the middle of the night. I suppose it is in many ways. Saturday morning, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The Lionesses Euro 2025 final against Spain. That's on Sunday from 5. But next on the Sports Bar Weekender, we're talking about ticket prices and whether football is value for money. 03717 223344. This is talkSPORT.
The Lions. Real-life fantasy rugby. Bitter rivalries set aside in a quest to create the world's best team in weeks. There's nothing like it, but who on earth had the idea and how did it all begin? Incredibly, the first Lions tour was organised and funded by 3 men who played in England's first ever Test cricket match. Opening bowler Alfred Shaw, opening batsman Arthur Shrewsbury and captain James Lillywhite. The 1888 Lions squad then made up of 17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just a 1 series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is ever.
A very good evening. You are listening to the Sports Bar Weekender with me, Ben Fletcher, alongside me, former West Ham striker, and it seems I wouldn't go as far as tickets out, but certainly the man for events in that regard, Carlton Cole. We're talking Alexander Isak. What's next for him? Is it staying at Newcastle? Is it Liverpool? Is it Saudi Arabia? Could you forgive him for leaving? Should he stay and be a hero like Shearer, or is he destined for bigger and better things and build a dynasty of his own at another club? Later on, we'll be talking about your second favourite sport, a feature that's been doing the rounds across the talkSPORT network throughout this week. Your favourite second sport. I've got one or two in mind. I can't quite nail it down yet. That is definitely something we'll come on to. We want your favourite number 9s. We've had some great suggestions already. The man next to me, Carlton Cole, Ali McCoist, also of the talkSPORT parish, Dennis Burkham, Teddy Sheringham, Gabriel Batistuta, loads and loads. Keep them coming. 81089, 50p plus normal sending charges apply, or you can drop us a WhatsApp. WhatsApp 03717 223344, or you can give us a call on that very same number, or if you're feeling brave, send us a WhatsApp voice note, and if it is contingent with the Ofcom guidelines, we will play it out live on air. Now though, we are going to be talking season ticket prices. Are they value for money? Do you feel like you get value for money from your club? Everything's expensive in this day and age, and football is absolutely no different. This is as a result of an article in The Sun, which says that the most expensive season tickets are Manchester United, and Fulham. Manchester United, the most expensive season tickets, hardly a surprise. And we learnt this week, Carlton, didn't we? There was a story that the ownership wanted to charge fans £4,000 just for the right to buy their season ticket. So effectively almost like a kind of a pre-selection thing. £4,000 just to get a right to buy a season ticket. It's gone mad, hasn't it?
It's pricing fans out, really, isn't it? It's one of those ones you have to look at and just got. It's really getting. I was talking to a fan the other day, and he's saying, "Listen, I can't afford to be going to games no more.
There's a lot of that.
To see the club I love. They're getting priced out, and it's becoming more corporate. And it's going to come to a point where all the corporates are going to have all the tickets, and then they're going to give it out to who they want to give it out to.
And what does that do to the atmosphere? Manchester United's most expensive season ticket is £1,121. Fulham at £3,000 for Craven Cottage, and Fulham, a lovely place to go down by the river. A friend of mine is a member at Fulham, and I've been like yourself, enjoyed the hospitality there once or twice over the course of the years. But it is that difficult balance, isn't it? I don't think anyone has a divine right to go and watch their football club. Things cost money. Players need to be paid. Staff need to be paid. Floodlight bulbs need to be paid. Bills and all the rest of it. But football fans are increasingly viewed as being cash cows a little bit. Certainly in the top tier, the club that I support, it's a lot cheaper, obviously.
It's its own ecosystem. Football's its own ecosystem, and listen, we live in the real world where things are not. That doesn't come easy anymore, and people have got bills to pay. But the one release they do have is going to watch their team. The one stress relief that they have to go and shout out a few players.
Yeah, it's a release.
It's a release, and it's good for their mental health as well. You got to understand that, and the more they're getting priced out, that option doesn't become a thing anymore. So that's why the lower league teams, if you've got a second club, they're going to be getting all the love now, because it's when you want to go to a Premier League game and they can't go, and that's the team they've loved and they've supported all their life, and it's the family club. Yeah. They won't be able to go and watch their beloveds play. It's weird. It's actually weird.
It's a sad thing.
The club, the fans make the club.
And how can you be priced out of being a paying customer? And it's not like you can go, I guess you could go and support another club, but you'd obviously be ridiculed for it. The big beneficiaries of this, of course, will be the lower league and non-league clubs. Yeah. During international weeks, you do see non-league crowds go up. You get initiatives such as non-league day from the National League downwards. And I think more and more fans are turning lower down the pyramid because it is more real. The experience is better. Yeah. Yes, the quality of football might not be as good, but we went to watch Redhill, who play in the Combined Counties League, Redhill FC, back in March. In fact, it may even have been last year. It was end of the season. I think that I'm talking complete nonsense. I went to see South Park, who is at the local Reigate club to me. Redhill, we had a great time at the playoffs, but that's a story for another day. South Park, they won their first game in a long, long time in the Combined Counties League, and all the players, even at that level, went round signing autographs. My kids were there. It was like a kids for a quid day. They were getting the autographs. All the players were having pictures taken. And for those kids, they don't care that they're not Premier League players. They don't care that they're not on the telly. They're the guys on the pitch.
Yeah.
They're the guy. They're the stars. They're the stars.
They're the stars.
And you think, what a great opportunity.
You've gone to watch them.
You've gone to watch them. What an opportunity for that club to bring in new audience, to attract new fans. And more people are turning to that because they feel more valued. Their money counts for more. They're not just a 78,000 supporter. They're not going to be asked to pay £4,000 for the right to join a queue to buy a season ticket. It is ridiculous. So whilst it is a sad thing that Premier League fans are being priced out, and it is a terrible thing, I think the beneficiaries will be smaller football clubs that need the money more than the Premier League clubs, quite frankly.
The women's game is going to go up because of course, it as well. Because if you're being priced out, then people are going to turn their back on the Premier League because it's just too expensive to go to. Women's game is not that expensive, and the levels actually becoming better. We've been watching the Euros, and it's been brilliant. I've loved every minute of it, and it's really changed my mind about the women's game because the standard has gone up again. A
lot of people have been won over. I worried about when the Lionesses lost that opening game to France. I did think, oh no, this isn't going to be the bubble starting to burst, is it? Because they looked completely out of ideas. Now they've reached the final, and we'll be speaking to Angelina Kelly, talkSPORT's Lionesses reporter, a little bit later on. But you can't get tickets. My boys want to go and watch a Lionesses game later this year. I'll try getting tickets.
Seriously,
I should probably come to you, shouldn't I?
Hospitality.
You better believe it. Well, at 9 and 6, it'd be a different sort of hospitality to the one that I'm used to. 03717 223344. Good evening to Anthony, the Man United fan, who's given us a call. Anthony, your favourite number 9 is a player that nearly signed for you, I think I'm right in saying.
Yeah, Alan Shearer, yeah.
Great player. What might have been, eh? What might have been back in 96?
Yeah. I just wanted to add to your caller earlier on about Man United.
Oh, yeah.
Ruben Amorim, I think, to be honest, I think we need to give him a bit more time. 16th place last season. We know we have to do better this season.
Yeah.
I think waiting for top 10 is an improvement to last season. I was speaking to a Portuguese guy that I met in London.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter was in King's College Hospital, and I was wearing a Man United hoodie, and he said, you have Ruben Amorim? I said, yeah. He said, he's a very good manager.
Yeah.
And to be honest, thinking about it, what he done at Sporting and what he's come to do at Man United, if we're honest, there's not many other managers out there that you could actually say are better or do better.
Well, yeah, who wants it? Who wants it? Yeah. We can talk about the pull of the badge and we can talk about the history until the cows come home, but the fact of the matter is, had it not been for how bad the 3 teams that went down last season, United would have been in a relegation battle. And it was only the sort of final weeks of the season that it was mathematically confirmed they weren't. I make you right, Anthony. I think the United manager Ruben Amorim, he seems to talk the talk. It's time that he walks the walk. But you know what will happen if they have a bad start to the season? Up goes that pressure again, and we've seen from the United hierarchy that they're no mugs.
But then who do you get in, though? This is the question.
Gareth Southgate, and that's always been the name. I know he's walking away from football, but he's mates with everyone in the boardroom. Stranger things. I wouldn't be surprised by that, Anthony.
No, I wouldn't either, but I just hope that my target, personally, would be back in the Europa League again. If we can get back in the Europa League, that's an achievement, I'd say.
Well, you got no Europa League or any European football to worry about, so there should be no reason that you can't get back if Amorim is the real deal.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity to win a cup. I mean, the Carabao Cup Man United ain't above the Carabao Cup. The teams that have won it in previous years, we've spoken about dynasties, Newcastle just won it. Yeah, United should be aiming a lot higher than that, and historically they're Premier League champions. They've won more Premier League titles than any other club, I think I'm saying, by some distance over the course of the years. That's their level, but right now you've got to start somewhere. And let's be absolutely clear, that Europa League final with Tottenham, not to sound like a smart aleck, but I said before the game, it will be one goal that decides it, and that will be it. When Tottenham scored, United had their chances. Obviously, we all saw the game. They weren't far away, and I think if they had got opening blood, they'd have won it. That's how close they were to Champions League football. Completely undeserved, but hey, they're the rules of the competition. And it would have been a very different story indeed. But if I could wave a magic wand, Anthony, and bring in any player, who would it be?
I wanted Victor Gyökeres. I did. I said Cunha and Mbeumo were two good signings. I would have gone with Gyökeres up top, and I'd have left it for a year just to see what happens. Because you've got Lenny Yoro at the back, young. Lisandro Martinez is coming back. You've got De Ligt and Maguire. They're two solid people. Yeah, you probably can't rely on them every week, but even with that midfield, we are going to have to drop Bruno back.
Yeah.
So it's who does Bruno play with every week? Does he play with Casemiro one week, Mainu another week? It is that.
But the professionalism that someone like Mbeumo will bring in, I think that'll be a wake-up call to the dressing room, won't it? And I think if there is any questions of bad attitude, I know we've spoken previously about the so-called toxicity of players like Marcus Rashford. Someone like Mbeumo, who's done the business at Brentford, he'll get them to raise their level, get them to buck their ideas up, won't he?
And this is what I said about Gyökeres, though, because if you think all right, Cunha, Mbeumo and Gyökeres, the goals between the two of them, three of them, sorry, that's what we were short of last season.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Not just goals, but I think you was leaking as well. You was leaking a lot of goals, so it just something needs to give. I think defensively, you not need to be better drilled, and then you can look forward. You're getting all the players in now, but you've still got a wealth of players going forward. So I'd like to see what Amorim's going to do with this squad and what else he adds to it.
Build from the back. Anthony, the Man United fan, thank you for giving us a call on the Sports Bar weekend of this evening. 03717 223344. We're talking about the cost of football. Season ticket prices seem to be going up and up and up, even more than our energy bills by the look of it. Thank you to this message. Neil from Wakefield, a Leeds fan. Can't afford to go to games anymore. It's ridiculous. I can't afford to take my kids there. It's so expensive. I've started to go to the rugby more often. Full houses at Wakefield Trinity. A pittance of the price of football and just as enjoyable. Thank you, Neil, for your kind words. We've also had a message in from Sam. I'm a full-time carer for my mum, so I don't have a lot of spare money. I'm completely priced out of going to see Tottenham. I also live in Sunderland, so I can only get to London a few times a year due to caring for mum. And to get a ticket for the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, you need to be a member, which costs around £90. Is that a lot of money to go to 2 or 3 games a year on top of the £100 ticket per game? I mean, thank you, Sam, for that, and I absolutely sympathise with that.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to go and support your team, and you think we're there through thick and thin as football fans, and things cost money, wages cost money, but you think you give something back, give something back to the paying public. What, surely? Yeah,
it's an investment, obviously, for any owner to come in, and hats off to them. They do invest in the team and the squads. You get the best players, and someone has to pay for it. And the fans are a big part of that, but if you're pricing out the fans, you're not going to get that money. So There's got to be a catch point where you got to negotiate. Say, well, they're not going to be able to afford this. We're pricing them out. Who's going to? But then you're going to start selling off to commercial entities, and that's not what you want.
That's not what you want at all. 03717 223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Visit talksportbet.com today for the latest exclusive offers and bonuses. Very nice. This is the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. Ben Fletcher in the chair today, and Carlton Cole is alongside me. It's time to talk about all the latest news with talkSPORT Bet. The big one this weekend, Carlton, the Lionesses against Spain. It's live on talkSPORT at 5 on Sunday. We'll be chatting to Angelina Kelly a little bit later on, our Lionesses reporter. But I mean, they've flattered to deceive, haven't they? I think there are shades of the England men's team last year. As far as England are concerned, it looks to me and it feels to me like they're hitting form at the right time. You ride your luck at times, and I think the Lionesses, if I can make a predictable pun, have used up all their 9 lives. But sometimes you need that, like Jude Bellingham's overhead kick. You can't honestly say that they knew that would happen. They might have thought that something special would happen in the dire moments, but you can't bank on that in the way the Lionesses couldn't have banked on that Adjuman goal late doors and then Chloe Kelly getting the penalty to win it entirely. There is a feeling that they're growing into the tournament, and how many times have we seen England play their final too early, if that makes sense? So they've given it all in the quarterfinal and then completely fallen apart in the game after. It feels to me like the Lionesses going into Sunday, they've not been great for the duration of the tournament, but things are heading in the right direction for me, from a form, from an optics point of view.
Well, you look at it and you think, because I've watched the games, and they have been wishy-washy with their form. Like, it's not been consistent.
Yeah.
But the ones they had to win, they've won with heart, passion and drive.
Heart, passion and drive in abundance.
And that is what you want from an England team, because that's what we're built on. You know, so that's grit, that's standard. Yeah, but then now you just want the rest of it to come together with the quality which we know they possess. They do possess. But listen, Spain, albeit they didn't really have a great game against Germany, but Germany were really good. Actually surprised me. Very strong,
they were gonna win it at
robust. Yeah, I thought they almost won it. Yeah. So they could have won it, I think. But they were robust. I thought they should have gone on to win it, but they didn't have enough to beat a Spanish team who, at the same time, hung in there like how England's hung in there. So it's actually a good matchup, because now
really intriguing.
Now you're going to have to look at who's got the more heart and who's got more skill. But we know that Spain are a possession-based team, and what England will probably look at how Germany approached the game and try and disrupt them in that manner.
Mate, you're absolutely right. There was a lot of talk from Serena Wiegmann ahead of England-Italy. They needed to be better on the ball to counter their counter-attacking game. And it never really happened in the end. You know, it was Italy looked on top for most of it. Yes, their goalkeeper was the player of the match, by the way, and all the play acting and diving you can talk about, but Italy just looked like a wall. And Serena Wiegmann said afterwards, she was telling the players, the Lionesses, you need to find a hole in that wall. There will be one, but just permeate it somehow, and they did. But Spain, we've been here before, the World Cup final 2 years ago. I think the element of revenge has been played down by the Lionesses. They're saying all the press conferences, Serena Wiegmann, the players, we're not worried about revenge. They've got to be worried about revenge. Carlton, you're a former professional. There must have been times when, as much as your manager or you never spoke about it publicly, you want to go in and do a number on a side that's done a number on you, surely.
No, listen, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But you know what's happened previously, and you say, that's not happening again. Like, we're going to actually show up this time, and we're going to have a go at you in the right spirit as well. They're not just going to go around like lumping kicks out and kicking everyone. That's not how you do it.
No.
You do it by playing your game and let them worry about you for once instead of you worrying about them. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to overcome.
You talked about it's a question of who wants it more, and I think what I've seen of this England team is just the running. I mean, I've not seen running like it. Do you know what I mean? Just an
I'd
energy.
like to see the stats on running.
Yeah, I'd love to see the heat map.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Russo's unbelievable.
Russo's just been working hard up there and been breaking it down for Adjuman to come on and score the winner and get the accolades, but what the winner, the equaliser, and she's done it 3 times this tournament. She's done really well. So Michelle's done really well. So I look at the whole scenario. I think it's written in the stars. You've worked hard to get to this point, and let's see a bit of quality at the end, and maybe you can get the job done.
Let's just not do that English thing of get to like the England men. You know what I mean? Get to a point where it's in your hands, like England did against Italy, unforgivably back in the Euros, and not make the most.
You've got to do it early this time. Get it done early. In the
can
game.
we not have another? It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. It would be quite nice to enjoy some of Sunday evening and not be sort of sat on the edge of my sofa listening to the radio. It'll be live on talkSPORT 5 o'clock on Sunday. Next up, Carlton, Ollie Watkins' next club. One next for him. Again, I'm a traditionalist. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'd love to see him stay at a club like Villa. I'd like to see him grow with them, or whichever way around that you want to put it. They grow with him, he grows with them. He's a local hero. He's a fantastic player. But realistically, if we're talking about Isak going to Liverpool, it won't be long before he's thinking about life beyond Villa Park.
I think Villa are at a different stage. I think there's proof that they've grown. Massive proof. So Emery, who wouldn't want to be working under Emery?
Well, that's the thing.
Do you know, like,
and what a renaissance he's had since leaving Arsenal, by the way. Who'd have believed that?
If your football's gone to the next level, like Isak's different, because I think when you're talking about Isak, you're talking about going to Liverpool, the champions, and it's a little bit of more of a pull. But where would Ollie Watkins go? Manchester United? Is that
that's a step down? Really?
At the moment, it is. Yeah. At the moment, we know, say in 5 years, maybe there's going to be a resurgence.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it is a step down, and you want to be looking up. You want to be going looking up at the table, thinking, yeah, we're going to get into the Champions League spot again this year. So it's very difficult to turn down a Manchester. I understand that, because that's your childhood. In your childhood, you used to look at Manchester United. You saw all the accolades and all the silverware they've won. That is a big thing to turn down. But people have done it before.
Yeah.
And stayed put, and that is a great case of the grass is not always greener.
You're right, and also
Aston Villa is a big club, so don't. It's not like no disrespect to Brentford, but it's not Brentford.
No,
you know, and it's not Wolves. No disrespect to Wolves, not Wolves. But this is Aston Villa.
Yeah, they're going through the gears, and it's not a Villa side that were or that aren't circling the drain anymore. You know, you look at the West Midlands clubs like Birmingham, Villa, West Brom.
Yeah.
There were stages where they would what I call circle the drain. Yeah. They just sort of spent the season avoiding relegation. When they eventually went, you thought, well, you've not added anything for a few seasons, so good riddance. But I'd like to see him stay put. Whatever happened to loyalty as well? Do you know what I mean? And whatever happened to being a one club man? Yes, it's old, fuddy-duddy, and romantic. I understand that, and people will probably say, well, follow the money, follow the opportunities, and follow the silverware. I get that, but it's just nice to see. I'd love to see like another Alan Shearer. I know he moved from Blackburn, or another Steven Gerrard, like somebody who stays at a club for their whole career. The question would always be, do you regret it? And I'm sure Steven Gerrard must have regrets about never winning the Premier League. Yes, he won a Champions League. Yes, he's a hero. There was talk he might have gone to Chelsea, but didn't. But someone like an Ollie Watkins could be a club... he already is a club legend, but a club icon. Somebody who resisted the urge to go somewhere like United or City or wherever, stayed at Villa, won them a couple of cups, had a title race maybe one day down the road. Who knows if Leicester can do it. I would just like to see that.
That's more likely for Villa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I can understand Isak thinking, well, this might be a one-off. Because, you know, like, and I know Villa are growing with it. And Newcastle as well, to be honest. They're growing with it. But I think Villa are a little bit further down the line than Newcastle at the moment, although that Newcastle are the richest club in the world.
Well, yeah, they just can't spend any of it because of flipping PSR rules.
Yeah.
Next up, one of your former clubs, Callum Wilson to West Ham. That would be a really good signing, wouldn't it? I mean, if Moisey can get him in, you think what a difference that would make.
Well, it's for me. Listen, Callum Wilson, I think when he's fit, is a really renowned, a really good striker. Gets goals. Always scores against West Ham United anyway. So that
did I say Moisey, by the way? I didn't mean David Moyes. I obviously didn't mean that. I was stuck in Graham Potter. I was stuck in 2023 there for a little bit. My apologies, Graham Potter. Continue.
It happens. I was with you. You sucked me into 2023.
It was believable,
I was over there.
Looking at the eyes. Not around the eyes. Looking at the eyes.
It was very believable. You said it with but he's a good player. But is it what Graham Potter wants? If it's what Graham Potter wants, then I'll go with it. And he sees the vision. He can make it work. Yeah, I like Callum as a player. Obviously, when he's fit, but how many times is he? How fit is he?
Yeah,
you know, and can he maintain? That's the biggest problem. And yes, we do need a striker, but how desperate are we to get a striker in? And can we wait? Can we get one that comes in that's younger, maybe, and to add to Jared Bowen and complement Jared Bowen and stay with Jared Bowen to get the goals? As we just heard that Paquetá, he's going to be a big part of this season. It's going to be a new, invigorated Paquetá as well. He's got a point to prove from last season. It wasn't his greatest season, but he had a lot on in his mind, and that happens as a human. So he wasn't giving his best. But now I think he'll be like, do you know what? The club stuck by me. and we're gonna try and get to the next level and pull this club in the right direction. And he's a big part of that. So whoever does come in has to complement the players that are there. We've got also Somerville coming back as well. Just as long as these boys can stay fit, add some more firepower, some legs in the midfield as well, I think is needed at West Ham, just to get around the pitch. And we've just signed Diouf as well.
Yeah, a great signing.
Yeah, and obviously Carl Walker-Peters. And then suddenly you can start seeing a little bit of shape forming. And that's where West Ham United want to go.
It certainly feels like it's a club looking up rather than down. I mean, we operate on the basis that the three teams that come up are going to struggle. Yeah, but I mean, I don't. You're absolutely right. Fingers crossed, things can go south very quickly. But you don't look at West Ham now and think that they're one of the clubs that will struggle. Is it too early to be talking about Europe? Possibly, but I think if you're challenging for top 10, the Man United fan who called earlier on saying I'll be happy with top 10 this season, Europe's probably a bit much. If you're challenging for top 10, realistically, mathematically, you're probably going to be not far off a European place, at some point in the season anyway. Carlton, thank you very much indeed for the time being. That was a look at the latest. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+, gambleaware.org. Coming up next, it's your favourite part of the show, supposedly. Jack's quiz. The phone number you need is 03717 223344.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Everything is good and round. I'm here again with a sunshine smile upon my face, my friends. A glass at hand.
Again, how do you expect me to crash the vocal on a Jamiroquai song?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Space Cowboy.
What a man he is, by the way. Funky.
I can't wait to see him in December at London's O2. Really looking forward to it. You are listening to the Sports Bar Weekender. Jack Hoban is in the studio with us, about to go through the quiz. Couple of your messages on 81089 03717 223344. Rashid in Edinburgh has been in touch. Listen, no chance that Ruben Amorim gets sacked. The fans adore him, singing his name every game, home and away last season. If the board sack him, that will tip the fans over the edge. message. Thanks to Rashid in Edinburgh. Dave, the English living in Germany, thank you for your kind words. He says, tell Carlton I still stand by that Vert will be bang average next season. That's his view. Matt, the Liverpool fan, I have an LFC membership which cost me £22. I joined last season and went to some high-profile games. Villa at home, PSG, and the final against Newcastle, and a few more Prem home games. That membership helped me get those tickets, which I think isn't bad. And also, Liverpool do so many tickets, each game by ballot for, and it goes on and goes on. Sorry, I can't read all of that out. But thank you very much indeed for your message. It says, side note, come on, Lionesses, you do us proud. Keep them coming in, 81089 03717 223344 on the WhatsApp. But now, Jack Hoban joins us in the studio.
What's happening, boys?
How you doing?
We sweet? Yeah, I'm
you
good.
Good weekend on the way?
Working
through it? Oh,
yeah.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah.
We're all here, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's this, as soon as you come in here, the microphone always starts rattling.
I think
it's the adrenaline.
It's
this one
definitely.
here.
Stop, don't touch the table then. Don't touch the table. Yeah.
You've been told.
Yeah. And you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I told you.
It's falling apart.
Yeah.
We're here till the 4th of August. Let's try not to break anything. So, Jack, what you got for us?
Well, the theme of the quiz this week is Spain, with England taking on Spain in the Women's Euros.
Okay.
Yep.
Live on talkSPORT, 5 o'clock kickoff Sunday.
Yep.
I've got here a list, top 12 Spanish appearance makers in Premier League history.
Is it?
Top 12 Spanish
Top 12.
PN. Oh, okay.
Top 12.
PL history. I like that. I can think of one off the top of my head, but I'll keep my powder dry. Okie dokie then. So at this point, we invite the callers to come on and give us their suggestions.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's have Rob, the Man United fan. Rob, thank you for calling us on 03717 223344. What do you got for us? Top 12 Spanish appearances.
What, in the Premier League?
In the Premier League.
Well, it's got to be David Silva, innit?
Yeah.
David Silva.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I think so. I'd lock that in.
Go on then. Tell him to lock it in.
Are you locking that in, Rob?
Yeah, locking that in, mate.
David Silva.
Lovely.
So we've got David Silva.
First on the list with 415 appearances.
So he's the top one.
He's the top one.
Right, so we've gone in number one, so it's even trickier work from here.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, you're a Manchester United fan. We've been chatting a lot about Manchester United this evening. What happens next season? Can't be any worse, can it?
It can't get worse. It can't get any worse, mate. I mean, the only way from here is up.
The only way is up.
We've got there's a lot of players to get rid of. There's a lot of dead wood to get rid of. Like Luke Shaw's got to go. Probably got to get a new goalie in. I don't talk about Martinez, but I don't know if that release clause is actually legit. Like, so I think it's about 29 million quid or something.
Yeah.
We'll see how we do.
We'll see how you do, mate.
03717 223344 if you want to give us a call and get involved with the quiz. Lee has done that up in Hull. Lee, good evening to you. Who are your team? Lee's just dropped off.
Just dropped off.
Literally and figuratively.
Have you got one in your head?
I have got one in my head. Spanish appearances in the Premier League. Pepe Reina.
Yeah.
Liverpool goalkeeper.
You're going to lock him in?
I'm locking him in.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. What number was he?
Fifth on the list.
Fifth, okay.
297 appearances.
Pepe Reina.
I'm
glad I got one.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got one, if nothing else.
200 and what? 300?
297.
297.
Okay.
Okie dokie. In the Ratley studio. Alan is still with us. I think we've got Paul, the Celtic fan. Paul, good evening to you.
Evening. How's it going?
Where are you? You sound like you hustle and bustle.
Yeah, working.
Oh, what are you working at? Can you say?
I'm doing takeaway deliveries just now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. How much longer do you think you'll be working?
Approximately 6.5 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, you're nearly there. You're a Celtic fan. Whereabouts in Scotland are you? I assume you're in Scotland.
Yes, in Falkirk.
Oh, very nice. I've got family in Glasgow. But we're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about the top Spanish appearances, Italian Premier League history. We've had David Silva, we've had Pepe Reina. What is your suggestion, Paul?
I've got Cesc Fabregas.
Cesc Fabregas.
That's a great shout.
That is a great shout. Are you locking that in, Paul?
I will do lock in Cesc Fabregas.
No issues with that whatsoever.
No issue, yeah. Second
on the list, yeah.
Number two, so we've got
350 appearances.
350 appearanrances. Okay. Yeah, great player as well, wasn't he? Played at Arsenal, played at Chelsea.
I went to see him. He invited me over to Lake, Como. He's at Como at the moment. He's a manager there.
You get invited to some things, don't you?
Yeah. Hospitality again.
Yeah, always. Hospitality.
You don't do anything that isn't hospitality.
Mate, they know. I've got a bad knee. You know what I mean? I can't,
Does the hospitality help?
It does. It does. It helps with the, the pain.
Yeah.
They get a masseuse sometimes.
It's a great sell, this, ain't it?
I nearly
the
believed
beers,
you.
try out the local beers.
The coolers.
Well. Yeah.
I nearly believed you. Normal speed Youssef. The Arsenal fans give him a ring-a-ding on 03717223344.
So I'm going to give you a little disclaimer here.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
You alright?
How are you doing? He's known for he's his arch nemesis.
He's a cheat.
All right.
He's
a what?
I didn't say it.
Cheat.
I didn't say it.
What you said then?
Chucky making it too easy.
He's making it too easy. That's why you're making it too easy.
All right.
Yeah,
Go on then. Let's hear it.
The reason why he's got a couple is because he's got the entire list in front of him.
How can you know that? There's a backstory here. Sorry, Yusuf, give us a minute. There's a backstory here. How do you know he's got the list in front of him?
Because he's been cheating on quizzes for 2 years, 3 years now.
But how do you know that?
Because there was some bad pronunciations of names.
Oh really?
Where he'd never heard of that player before.
But he's written off the page.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know where he played either.
That's actually really intuitive. Yusuf, you should be a newsreader. You do a better job than some of the current team. Let me assure you of that. Yusuf. As per the question.
He don't care what you're saying,
He doesn't care about what you say. He goes straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
As per the
He ain't got time.
He hasn't got time for this. Right, let's. Okay.
See, he's still going.
As per Quetta, he's been.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah,
he must be in there, surely.
Definitely.
Are you locking him in?
Yeah.
You locking him in, Yusuf?
Do it, Yusuf.
Locking us for the quarter.
Yeah, go on then.
Labas.
Cool. Yeah.
Third on the list. Yeah. The reason why he's gone for that is because he's seen first and second.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Because
he's got the list in front of him. He's just reading it down.
So,
and by the way,
that's a serious allegation. By the way.
I know it's bang out of order.
Oh, we've got clear evidence. This has been a 2-year investigation.
Let's see what Ofcom says about that.
It won't stand in court.
I have another one.
Oh, he's got another one. Who's back? Yusuf, what you got?
He's got the entire list.
Mikel Arteta, yeah.
Another one.
Gotta be.
Is that fourth? Don't tell me that's fourth.
That's gotta be fourth. Yeah, I bet you is.
Is it fourth?
It's actually 6th.
Oh,
okay.
284 appearances.
Keeping it tight.
So he's throwing a curveball there, isn't he?
And what happens is, if you're not nice to him, he'll be live on radio and he'll threaten to put you in a headlock.
Oh, really? Is that what happens?
Oh, yeah.
Put us in a headlock?
Yeah.
That takes me back to year 8.
He's a security guard.
Oh, yeah. Is that right, Yusuf? You working now?
What?
Yeah, John Lewis.
Oh, really?
In Kingston.
Oh, okay.
In Kingston.
Oh, in Kingston?
Yeah.
Is that open this time of night?
No, it's closed. We're looking after the contractors.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're paying attention and not getting too distracted by this. Posh brand, John Lewis.
There'll be no furniture left soon.
Yeah, exactly. If you see two blokes walking past you with a nice corner sofa, you might want to just hit the pause button and go and deal with that usage, yeah?
Let me have a match ball.
See it? He don't care about people taking the furniture. He just wants a hat trick.
You go for a hat trick then? Go on then. Let's let you have your hat trick.
Adam Traore.
Traore.
Did he just call him Adam?
He's called him Adam as well.
See, this is what I'm saying.
See,
we'll add that to the evidence.
Yeah, that's going across the aim. That's going on.
Adam.
Adama Traore. I'm not convinced.
I don't think you need to think about it. He's got the answer.
So, okay.
No, it's one of them ones.
It's one of those.
Or sometimes he gets one wrong for just to...
Yeah, he'll purposely.
All right, I think that might be this one.
It's not on.
I'm going to guess. I've not seen the list.
Should we park it up? Should we park it?
Let's park that one.
Yeah.
I reckon that's quite far down, 12 or 13. Yusuf, stay where you are. Jason, the Liverpool fan, is with us. Thanks for ringing 03717223344. Jason, leading Spaniards over the course of the Premier League years. Give us a name.
I'm thinking about Juan Mata or David De Gea.
Juan Mata or David De Gea. I mean, both are great suggestions. I'd lock both of them in, actually.
Yeah.
Mata and David De Gea. Are you locking them in, Jason?
It's up to you, boys.
You got De Gea already.
Oh, have we?
No, we didn't.
No, we've got David Silva.
What, David Silva?
Oh, well, that's a giveaway.
Oh, right.
Oh,
there we go, then. There we go.
Thank you.
Hello.
Right. Oh, hello.
You made a movie there, son.
So David De Gea's on the list. What number is he, though?
Well, I'll give you a clue, because I said where David Silva is on the list.
No, he's digging now. What are you digging about? You messed up.
And I don't know as high as that. He can't play that many games. I think number
David De Gea,
7.
definitely
Seven. 7.
Is he in there?
You locking him in?
I'm locking in there. Yeah.
Well, don't try to play games now, isn't it?
Yeah.
De Gea is number 1.
Oh, that's why. So
that's why I've ticked number 1.
Oh.
So what number?
David Silva.
So what number was David Silva then?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
So that's the missing link.
Right, so we got it now in this Ratley studio. Okay, Jason, thank you for that. What was the other one that you said? David De Gea, and there was Juan Mata. Juan Mata. Yeah, Chelsea and Man United, quite a few appearances. I think I'm locking that one in.
Yeah, lock him in, please.
Bosh.
7th on the list.
7th.
Yeah, we're going in numerical order.
2, 7, 8. Yeah, this makes sense now why Yusuf didn't go for number 4.
Do we take? I don't want to, ruin the rules and regulations of a competition that Jack clearly takes very seriously. But do we take texts in this competition? We have had a text.
Yeah.
Text and Twitter.
So on Twitter as well, better check mine, at Ben A. Fletcher or at talkSPORT if you want to get involved with that. Ryan Lenny has been in touch and suggested a great one before we go to the break. Fernando Torres.
Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Loads of appearances for Liverpool, Chelsea, famously scored a goal eventually in the Champions League semi-final for Chelsea after missing
What a time to
yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, let's lock in Torres.
La Bosh.
What number was that?
11th on the list.
11th, Torres. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to stop this microphone rattling because I don't know about you, but it's making me feel seasick.
Yeah.
Do stay with us on the Sports Bar Weekend. If you have called us, we will try and get you ASAP. 03717 223344.
$10K for Coldplay.
Coldplay are back at Wembley this summer. We've got a huge VIP prize up for grabs for one lucky listener. We're giving you the chance to win 6 tickets in a private box. That'd suit you, Carlton, wouldn't it? For you and your mates on August the 22nd with full hospitality. Plus, we're chucking in 10 grand spending money completely tax-free. Here is how you enter. 18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 by the 4th of August at 11 p.m. and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or post your name and number to Coldplay Competition, PO Box 3190, Colchester, CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 7th of August. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. You can see full T's and C's at talksport.com. It's still rattling.
It's coming back.
Is it me? He's up on a boat. Do you know what it's like? You know the episode of Sopranos when Tony's got food poisoning? And sorry, hashtag spoiler alert. And they're thinking of whacking Big Puss. And he's got that. It's that, isn't it? Yeah. I gotta get out of here. Well, hopefully there'll be no whacking in this studio.
Hopefully
and that's of the hitting variety, in case you're listening on medium wave. We are doing Jack's quiz. We're over halfway there now in terms of our top 12 Spanish players in terms of Premier League appearances. Let's see if Tony, the Everton fan in the red car, can help us. Tony, a very good evening to you. Thanks for giving us a call. How you doing?
All right, Chappie. Thank you for taking my call, mate. Now, the two guys that I've got for you, Spanish guys, I think.
Yeah.
Cazorla. Was it Cazorla?
Cazorla, yeah. Arsenal.
Yeah. And the Spanish boy that died that he played for Arsenal, no, I think it was Reyes.
Yeah, Claudio Reyes.
Yeah.
I don't think he got enough.
I don't
in the 200s.
No, I don't think so either. And the other one was Cazorla.
I think he might have. He's more likely, but I don't think.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced, but I'll park him. Cazorla.
Yeah, should we park him? Let's park Cazorla. I'm not 100% convinced. Thank you for your suggestions. Tony, you looking forward to playing in a new stadium next season?
I'm looking forward to that, mate. But I'd like to hear the news about when we are actually going to get some more players in, mate. Honestly, it's just, we leave it to the last minute every time. We've got the American group. Yes, I'm excited about the new stadium. But look, one player in, mate. We've lost a lot of them have gone, mate. And what I'm tired about. It's always Arsenal, Man United, Man City. It's always the top six you talk about. No mentioning about Villa.
We talk about Everton. We talk about the newly promoted clubs. We always do. But we appreciate your call, Tony. Thank you very much indeed for contributing. We'll come back to you if we decide to go with those players. Amas, the Manchester United fan, has been in touch with us as well. Amas, what say you, sir? Oh, sorry, no, I do apologise. Connor, the Liverpool fan. Connor, are you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How you doing? Last chance, Connor, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, give us a name then, mate.
Fabregas.
We've had Fabregas. He was our second one. He's number 2 in the list of 12. You got any more? I guess that's a no. Connor, thanks for your call. I appreciate it.
Never mind. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird exchange, that.
Yeah.
At least we've got a name out of him.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting an area for that, but thank you. I do appreciate you ringing in,
It'll be a hard
Connor.
conversation.
Yeah. Steve down in Southampton. Not Steve Forbes, I know that for a fact. He's in Canada now, for our newsreader. Steve, and how are you?
Evening, guys. You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Southampton life in the second tier this season?
Don't get me wrong, we do deserve it, but I think it'll be quite exciting to be back in the Championship. You've got to take all the positives from it, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. And look, it's better to be winning games than losing, isn't it? Even if it isn't at the top table. Stephen, you got a name for us? Top 12 Spanish players in the Premier League by appearances. We've got 1 through 7 and 11th.
So, as a Southampton fan, I'm going to go for a rogue one, Oriol Romeu.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the one.
I think that could be our bottom one, you know?
I think it is.
You think so? Number 12.
He's
Southampton, Chelsea.
He's come up a few times on these quizzes.
Yeah.
I'm well seasoned, and he's one I never go for. So it's nice that we got him in nice and early. I think, should we do it?
Are we locking him in, Stephen?
Yeah, lock him in.
Let's do it.
Bosh!
Yeah. Brilliant.
9th on the list.
9th.
239 appearances.
Oh, wow, so 9th was 239. Oh, good grief. Okay, there's that rattling again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Stephen, the Southampton fan, for giving us a call, 03717 223344. We had another text, Ryan Lenny, a Jose Perez, who's been in touch. In fact, a couple of people have suggested a Jose Perez. Ryan and Dan from Nottingham. He says, Jose Perez, Newcastle and Leicester. Yeah. What do you reckon? Jose Perez, what are we talking, 12th? 100 appearances? Over the course of how many seasons? 3, 4...
Fernando Torres is 11th with 212 appearances. Yeah. So you've got to be looking high 190s upwards, I think.
Perez, I'm
not sure.
What do you reckon?
I'm not sold.
I'm not sold either. Thank you for the suggestion to Ryan and to Daniel, but we'll park that one for the time being. Let's speak to Stephen, the Arsenal fan. Stephen, good evening to you.
Good evening, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thank you. What are you doing up?
Yeah, just chilling. Looking forward to the new season. You know.
Yeah, lovely.
Good man. Sounds like it's great to be you, chilling, looking forward to the new season.
You know what I mean?
Brilliant. That's the life, isn't it?
No beers tonight, mate? No beers tonight?
Nah,
No.
I don't drink, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. It's fair enough. Fair enough, mate.
Stephen, give us a name then, please.
Yes. Has Jesus Navas been said yet?
Ooh.
No.
That could be one.
How many appearances do we reckon? That's that.
We can afford a
We
post.
do want a life. We're nearly there, aren't we?
we're
All right,
nearly
let's.
there.
Should we lock him in then, Stephen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Jesus Navas.
Yeah.
Locked in. Oh, that was a miss.
No clean sweep.
I don't mind that.
Oh yeah.
We'll give a little bit to you.
It's like a pills in the cricket, isn't it? You know, you can burn one. Burn the odd one.
Yeah, why not?
Stephen, worth a try. Thank you, Stephen. You got any others for us?
Nah, not that I know of. Not in the top 12, no.
No worries. Well, listen, appreciate you ringing in. Have a good weekend and enjoy your chill time, yeah?
Yeah, cheers. And you guys.
Same to you, mate.
Russell Hall, the Newcastle fan, has been in touch on the... there's loads of them coming in now. What about Rodri, Manchester City? Russell Hall.
Yeah, he's got to be up there.
He's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I'll lock in Rodri if you will.
I will.
Yeah, Russell Hall, we're locking in Rodri. Oh! Just like that. Now it's interesting.
Oh, I like. This is what I like. This is what we do. We love playing under pressure.
Yeah.
This is what.
So we've got to get it right now. Right, okay.
We are. Now it's a...
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Pepe
Not
Reina.
Fabrizio.
Ronaldo in Dundee, a.k.a. Ronnie, has said Pepe Reina and Azpilicueta, 2 players we've got. So that would have been good. Ryan from Newcastle has said Juan Mata, if he hasn't already been said. I'm afraid he has. He's 7th. What about Emerick Laporte? I don't think so.
Laporte.
I don't think he's had 200 appearances.
Let's get another phone call.
Let's get another call, yeah. Harris, the Liverpool fan. Good evening, Harris.
Evening, lads. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good. Where are you driving?
I'm just on deliveries. That's all it is.
Okay. What time are you clocking off, mate?
That one again. 4.
4?
Yeah.
What, are people eating that time of night? Is it food you're delivering?
Yep.
Wow.
People are hungry.
Yeah,
People are very hungry, aren't
Friday
they?
night after a bevy.
Yeah, get the munchies.
Yeah, get the munchies. Thinking, oh yeah, need to soften the blow when I wake up in the morning. You know?
Absolutely. Harris, give us a name, please.
I've got. I think it's been mentioned by Ozzy Perez, but
Oh, we can't hear. What did you say, Perez? Jose Perez, I think you said we've lost him. That's a shame. I think you said Jose Perez, who we parked him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
park
so
him.
we're not going to go with that one. Okie dokie. Dan, the Everton fan.
All right, mate.
How you doing? You good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Thanks for ringing in. 03717223344. We're getting there, but we've lost 2 lives, so we're in a bit of a pickle here. Can you get us out of aforementioned pickle?
Obscure one. Do you remember Angel Rangel?
Angel Rangel.
Swansea.
Yeah.
Swansea, yeah.
That's interesting. I'm not convinced. Angel Rangel. How many seasons would you have had to have played? 190 appearances. Swansea. I'm not feeling it.
I'm not either.
Sorry, Dan. I'm not feeling it.
No, look, I can tell by his eyes he's feeling it because he wants us to lose. So no,
mate, he was a top right back. What can I say?
Thank you, Amas. The Manchester United fan's been in touch. Amas, what have you got for us, mate?
All right, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for.
I've got Nacho Monreal.
Nacho Monreal. I don't think he's got enough appearances.
He wasn't. He was first choice for a little bit at Arsenal. Then after like 1 season, I think.
Not 200 appearances.
Not 200.
Surely not.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, Amas. Appreciate you ringing in, but I'm not convinced by that. But do appreciate ringing in and have a good rest of weekend. John in Leicester. Up the M1 and across the A46, Leicester Forest Services. I'll be heading up there a bit later on my way to Lincoln. John, how you doing?
Yeah, I've got one. It's definitely, I've heard this quiz before.
Oh, wow. A ringer.
A couple of times. And because I'm a Leicester fan as well.
Oh, hello. My apologies.
I'm a fan of your quiz you do on Hawksby and Jacobs as well, Ben.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Sadly, junior middle management will all be asleep at this time, so there's nobody for me to leather. But mark my words, when the season kicks up again, I'll be doing that. Don't you worry. Just for you, John. Thank you.
But Io Perez is 100%.
Is it?
Because, I mean, I've heard this quiz on talkSPORT before, so if I've got it wrong, I'm sorry. But I reckon it's Io Perez is definitely in there.
Well, John, the Leicester fan, has been very complimentary about me personally.
Perez.
I think
he's apologised if he thinks
let's do it.
I think we're going to have to lock him in. Locking him in for John in Leicester.
Bosh.
Yeah,
got him. Brilliant.
Well done. Where is he?
10th on the list.
10th.
223.
223. Okay, we're gonna have to hit a break. Max Scott is waiting to read the sports news. Do stay with us. 03717223344. We are getting there. We've only got 6, 12, and 8 to go, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, 8 and 12 to go.
It's 8 and 12.
Yeah, 8 and 12. We're nearly there. Cool. Stay with us. This is the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT.